So, do you ever feel like your emotions just shift throughout the day so much, and suddenly you're happy, suddenly you're sad, suddenly you're annoyed, suddenly you're angry, and every hour of the day it seems like you feel a different way, and you just want some sense of control, you want some sense of motivation and drive, you want consistent motivation to fulfill your dreams and fulfill your goals, whatever they may be. So I'm gonna, hopefully in this video, explain a powerful concept that is so incredibly powerful I cannot even believe that it exists. And it will change the way that you do everything. I hope it's changed the way that I do everything. Whenever I have a goal, I immediately go to this, and it almost immediately solves the problem. And so, if you're new here and you want to have a deeper relationship with Jesus, more joy and more peace in your life, then consider subscribing and hitting the bell, and let's get into it. So, the thing that I want to talk about is input equals output. And so this is so powerful, because if you think about what do you want to be in your life, think about the thing that you want to be, your ideal version of yourself. And if you want to be, say for example, you want to be a writer. For example, you want to be a good writer. Then input equals output. So reading equals good writing. That is just one example. And so say you want to be a healthy person. Say you want to be really physically healthy, you want to look good, you know. You want to be that healthy person. Then input, the things that you eat, the exercise that you do, and sleep is the input, and that equals the output. And now, when it comes to motivation and emotions and feeling consistently motivated through the day, I think that is the thing that most people want. That is the thing that I want. And if you want to be motivated through the day, the thing that always seems to solve it for me is the motivational input that I get from books, from teaching, from motivational videos, from Audible, from listening to audiobooks, from YouTube channels, from just so many different sources. And if you're struggling to find sources of input that will influence your output, because you see, input is literally the thing that completely defines output. If you want to learn a language, then it completely depends on the input that you get, the teaching you get. And so if you don't know many sources of good input, I have linked so many in the description, so please check them out, because these are the sources that have motivated me when I've had zero motivation. These are the things that have just driven me through the day. I mean, I listened to a talk the other day, and I was feeling so demotivated, you know. I didn't want to do anything. All I wanted to do that day was sit on the sofa and watch TV all day. That's all I wanted to do, and everyone has days like that, you know what I mean. And so I watched this video, and I can't remember who said it, but he was talking about motivation, and you know that feeling that you have when you really don't want to do something, and he was talking about, you know, sometimes when you really feel tired, you know, sometimes when you really feel tired, it's because you actually need a break, and that's totally fine. But most of the time, like the majority of the time, it's not because you need a break, and you just need to do it. You just need to do it. And then I'll leave a link to this video in the description. I really encourage you to watch it. But just listen to this quickly. And basically, if you just do it and tell yourself, tomorrow I'll be able to rest. Tomorrow I'll be able to rest from my tiredness, but I just need to do it now. I just need to do that one thing that I need to do right now. And then when tomorrow comes, tomorrow I can rest and I can have a day of rest, a full day of recovery. And the chances are that if you actually do the thing now, then the next day you will still want to do it again and you won't feel tired. The thing is, most of the time it's just getting started that's the hard part. And you see, this whole video is really about input, because input completely defines the output. Whenever I am not spiritually alive, you know, whenever I'm not spiritually on fire for God, and when I don't have a burning passion for God, it's because I've grown complacent with my input. And it's not because I don't try harder. It's nothing to do with trying harder or trying less hard. If you want to be close to God, stop trying harder, please. What you need to do instead is get your input right. Get it and listen to the audiobook Bible. Listen to sermons. Listen to whatever you can. Whenever I'm not spiritually on fire, it's because I don't have a quiet time with God. It's because I don't have a regular quiet time with God. And in that quiet time, I always now, I don't have an exception. It might sound religious, but it's what I need. I know that I need this. I always pray. I always read at least one chapter of the Bible, or listen to one chapter. It's much easier to listen to one chapter of the Bible, so I highly recommend that you check out the audiobook Bible in the description. And I always worship. I always thank God, and I always worship with a song. And so those three things are input. You know, input doesn't have to be listening. Input doesn't have to be reading. Input can simply be practicing. For example, if you want to be a better teacher, then practice teaching. If you want to be a better pianist, then practice playing the piano. It's all about the input that you put into your life, because what you input into your life is going to be what is the output. And so I hope that encouraged you to really focus in on the input and don't focus so much on the output. You know, the output will take care of itself. Everything that you focus on should be on the input, what you learn, what you see, what you hear, and what you pray. Because what you pray is also a form of input. You're inputting prayers, and the output is always going to be... This is another monumental truth, that the input is always going to be far less than the output, the benefit of the output. And so only a few small positive daily changes create tremendous output. And so that hopefully is an incredible encouragement, because you know, you only really need to make very small changes for very big results. Success is only really based on being 1% better every day. 10% difference is usually the difference between success and failure. And so, yeah, I hope that encouraged you just to go that extra little bit further and do that extra little bit more positive things in the day, and then that will make such a bigger difference in your life. And yeah, have a nice day. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and check out the links in the description, please. And enjoy your day with God. Bye.